Welcome back to the channel, friends. It is good to be here, and I hope you're doing well. So today we're going to be building beautiful biomes in this wonderful and chill puzzle biome building game called Preserve. Now, I've actually got a lot of experience with this one. I played the early access. I think I did 9 videos on it. We ran through the continental, the savanna, and the marine biomes. Well, now we have a new one because this game just released in full on the 15th of May. And the new biome we're going to be exploring here today is the Jurassic biome, and I'm really looking forward to building a prehistoric island. It's going to be super fun. There's also a new feature called the card shop, which allows you to exchange cards. I think it's a really sensible improvement to the game, and I'm excited to play around with that as well. Now, I did mention the previous runs that we've done, right? If you want to check those out, I will link them in the pinned comment below. And also, if you want to get the game for yourself, link in the video description below. Thanks so much for spending some time here today. Now, let's hop on in and let's build some beautiful biomes. Let's go. Alright, so as mentioned in the intro, we're going to go with the Jurassic biome. So let's click on in and learn a little bit more about this. Obviously, it's going to feature dinosaurs, which is super cool. So we have the small map, and then if we can complete this, we have the medium map, and then the large map. So you'll definitely have to let me know in the comment section below if you want to see the medium and the large. I'd be happy to do it. But starting with the small here. So it looks like we have 5 animal varieties available. Of course, some dinosaurs. Looks like we have an aquatic species right there. Looks like we have 4 biomes available to build. We have 1 objective, 1 adjacency bonus, no wonders, and 6 total expansions. Our score thresholds are 450, 900, and 1050. Obviously, we're going to aim high here at the 1050, but if you know anything about Preserve, then you will know that each biome or each land, right, continental, savanna, marine, has its own mechanics. So I'm really excited to learn a little bit more about what's going on with the Jurassic biome. So without further ado, let's make it happen. Let's go. Raise and lower elevation. Okay, interesting. Okay, so welcome to the Jurassic biome. In this biome, you'll be using raise and lower elevation cards to form seas and mountains. Small cards affect 3 tiles, while big cards affect 6 tiles. Okay. So we look at these like funky patterns here, right? Okay. You score +1 for each sea/mountain tile created. Okay, got it. There are 3 elevation levels in Mesozoic biome. So lower, middle, and high. Got it. Okay. And obviously each biome can be played in certain levels. Animals can be placed in 1, 2, or 3 habitats. Most animals are worth +10. There are 2 late-game dinosaurs on medium and large maps worth +40. Just keep in mind they need larger 18-tile habitats. Wow. So you can get like megasaurs, which is awesome. Then volcanic fissures can be placed in seas and mountains and provide an adjacency bonus, which grows +1 for each adjacent tile of the same habitat. Okay, got it. The same habitat, okay, got it. +1 for each adjacent tile of the same habitat. Okay, cool. Alright, so let's mess around. Looks like we start with some elevation cards here. And let's see here, the score sheet. So 3 different animals in 1 habitat +60. 3 of the same animals in 1 habitat +30. I do believe on the small maps, you're probably not likely going to be able to get 3 different animals in 1 habitat, but of course we'll see how it shakes out. So a new addition that I mentioned in the intro is the card shop, which is right here. So you can effectively exchange 3 of any cards in your hand, as long as it's a biome or an animal or a feature, for 1 of a card of your choosing, essentially. Helps you out late game to kind of fill out your space, I suppose. But we start with a nice little moldable block of prehistoric clay. And hexagons are the bestagons, indeed. Alright, so we have to raise and lower elevation. So it looks like we have some like middle, we have some lower ground here. It doesn't appear that we have any high ground really. So let me just kind of get a feel of what this is going to do. So is this going to... And I can rotate the placement, okay. So if I do this, if we like target this zone, is it going to drop it down into the water? That's my question. Let's find out. Okay, it does. Okay, so now it's below sea level. Got it. Okay. And then if I raise these, is it going to raise it up so it's even with this terrain here? Let's find out. No, it raises it up even more. Okay, got it. So now we have high ground, we have middle ground, and we have low ground. Now we have to pay attention to our different biomes here, right? So this can be played in middle ground. This can be played in the sea. This can be played in middle ground as well. And this can be played on high ground. Okay? And we also did unlock, looks like some new terrain that we can bring in. It looks like it's oriented to sea and middle ground. So I do like the idea of maybe like connecting these together. I wonder, can I get like this little sea portion in the middle? Is that an option? If I lower the terrain, maybe. But I'm thinking like, let's kind of slot in a sea right here. Otherwise, these do connect. I think that actually is preferable. Let's do this. I think that's great. Gives us more space to work with. Now, we do, of course, have 5 sea tiles. So the way this game works is, as long as you have 3 of the same habitat adjacent to one another, you build what's called a small habitat, right? And it can max out at 12 in most maps, but, you know, I'm seeing allusions to, what is it, like 18 in this one? However, we're not going to have access to the rare animals. So I think we start things off by, obviously this is going to be a sea zone. So let's get a nice little coral formation, little prehistoric coral formation there. Swaying back and forth. And then obviously our high ground, right? We want to throw the rocks up here. Of course, we're getting points here. We got to get to 18 and then we get our next landmass unlocked. Can always undo the last move if I like. And then we have a lot of middle ground to play with, right? So I could do like a forest on the left side and sort of like this. Okay, so that's a fern. If on mountain lush tiles ×2 for animals, lowlands. Okay. Or sorry, rivers or mountain lush tiles. Well, I think we started a little fern encampment over here. Kind of reserve 12 spaces. Right? 3, 6, 9, 12. There's a nice little prehistoric fern, right? And then let's play our 2 trees. Well, first, let's figure out our elevation. Because we want to get more of this elevated so we can build a rocky terrain. So let's get these elevated as well. Can always add some more land, of course. But let's figure out. So, 3, 6, 9. 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12. We've got 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we do have some extra space in here. So I think I can go ahead and lower some of these. Okay, so we actually have one of these funky ones. It's going to lower the area of 6 tiles. Now that's quite a bit. So I think I should probably get a tree presence in here somewhere. Just to begin our little tree biome, right? So I've got to pay close attention to the patterns. Because this thing could like completely divide our ferns and forests, which is okay, but I'm going to need to make sure that we have enough space to operate in. 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I mean, it would be most preferable to probably try to get 12 water spaces, would it not? I guess it's 6 and 5, so it's not going to work. The math doesn't work. So I think what we can do is we can go ahead and play our trees. Let's put them like right here and right here. Now we're at 15, so I'm forced to use this to proceed. I think I'm okay with that. We'll divide it. We can always add more land. But what do I have? So pay close attention to these elevations. So I can lower 3 tiles again. How many do we have? We have 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so this is going to work out nicely. As far as our ferns go, let's increase the population of our ferns. Now we have our first habitat. Okay. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, that works perfectly. So let's lower this down. Now we have 12 and 12. We'll get the trees figured out with our land expansion. And what is this now? I've actually got 2 stacks of those. So volcanic fissure, sea, mountain. Stacks +1 for each adjacent tile of the same habitat. Okay. So you want to build the same habitat around it. We also have our first dinosaur. So an oraptor looks like. Viable habitats in the trees or in the mountain tiles. Okay. We're tracking toward 450 harmony here. So let's go ahead and let's play our mountain. Get our first habitat there as well. Let's probably keep playing our trees if we can. And let's see what our landmass looks like. Okay, so we do get some more sea. So it's got to go like this. Either that or we start another sea area. Maybe we do something like this so we can expand the trees over. Start another sea zone over here. I think I like that. Then the volcanic fissure needs to be surrounded by the same habitat. So put it right in the middle of the habitat. Now I can always play my dino. I think that's our move to get to the next phase. So let's do it. All right. We got a little dino in there. Look at him go. He's prowling around. He likes his new habitat. All right, terrific. All right, let's keep playing our sea biome. Let's build this out a little bit more. We have some more ferns. Got 8 trees in that one. And I do have, okay, so we have 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. If I can somehow get all of these raised up, I think I have to see kind of what this looks like. Give us some land to work with here. Oh, let's see. What does that pattern look like? I think we have to throw it right there. And then let's see what elevating this. We want to elevate it all, right? Whenever you have like one tile left over, like this one right here, it's going to be isolated. Makes it really hard to work with. So keep that in mind. This right here is much more serviceable and functional. So I say we do this. Let's raise it all up. Boom. Okay. Can this go away? I know I can rotate placement, game. Thanks. Alright, so let's keep playing our rocks. As far as our volcanic fissure goes, we'll have to find a spot for it. Let's keep playing our mountainous terrain. Let's keep playing our ferns. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, very nice. Now we have a full habitat here that we can populate with dinos. Looks like we have a cephalopod of some sort. An ammonite. Okay, very cool. And we got 3 of them. So if I can develop this seabed, we can actually get a 3 of a kind bonus. Eight, 9, 10, 11, 12. It's going to work out good. For our forest terrain, we can fill this up with trees. You want to try to use all of your space. Okay, so we have a biome of 12 there. And then you can just kind of, every now and then, you know, sit back and just marvel at your creation. It's quite nice. I think having a sea, maybe cutting this off a little bit, is a good idea. Got plenty of elevation cards to play. I've got a new landmass to play as well. So let's see what this looks like. Just some low ground. Okay. Well, we'll definitely figure it out. We can get 3 dinos, 3 raptors in these trees right here. And that'll give us a decent bonus. I also have these fissures that I could consider playing. I think the seafloor is probably the best spot for them. You want to put them right in the middle. So maybe if we get down the road a little bit, I can use a removal on this. We can lower the elevation of 1, right? Something to consider. But let's try to build out some more sea. So if I can segregate these ferns from the forest, then we can add another biome of ferns in here. So 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12. Let's see what it looks like. I mean, I think that's a pretty good one. 3, it'll give us 9. Then I can use my other 2 low elevation ones to get another zone of 12 for the sea. Ferns are filled out. What if we did something like this? I think I do like the idea of getting this one down, so then we could throw the volcanic fissure right there. It can be the one block that, well, I guess this one would be too as well. I think this makes a ton of sense. So let's do it. That gives us 9 tiles to work with. 9. I guess we do have 2 volcanic fissures. I could throw them both in there. 10, 11. So is there a way to get like less than... Yeah, if it goes off the map. Ten, 11, 12, 13. I think we'll do this. Can I do this as well? I can. Alright, so let's do this and this. Okay? So 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12. We'll put a fissure right here. Boom. And then we'll build C around it on each side. I think that makes a lot of sense. This game's a puzzle, man. It's definitely not easy. It's chill, it's relaxing, it's a really fun game to play, but it certainly does challenge you. Challenges the mind. Now for this we have... Can always build another forest biome back here. But basically we need ferns in here, right? So we've got to get the fern gully through here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We can start some more forest back here, I suppose. Or we could go 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12. And build the forest this way, I suppose, as well. So that means we should probably add a landmass right here. 10, 11, 12. And then I think right here we can start a new forest biome. It's tough working with the elevation because it's so permanent, you know what I mean? Well, let's go ahead and get some of our ammonites. Let's get them in here. And let's observe. What do we got going on, ammonites? They're hard to see. Hiding in their natural habitat, but they're certainly there. And certainly giving us score. We can get our first 3 of a kind. So this would be a big score bonus, and it does put us across the threshold that we need, which is great. And then we get, of course, new card draws. And how about this? We get a new dinosaur. Iguanodon. Alright, lovely. So we can certainly develop the rest of this. Now we have our another set of 12 on the seabed. We're going to put another one in back here. Got some ferns. It's going to just wrap around this mountainside. Do I got some more rocks? You bet I do. And we have a biome of 12 on the rocks, so we can get our raptors up here in the rocks as well. Look at them just hanging out. Moved right on in, didn't they? They sure did. Tremendous. It's definitely the raptor capital of the world so far. Alright, 7. Make sure my math's right here. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we can add in some more trees back here. 4, 5. Let's see, 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, yes. Should probably consider adding more high ground as well, but we want to make sure we get 12 trees. So 5. In fact, what does this look like? We're going to maximize. Probably be something like that. Or maybe we could start it right here. Get somewhat of a volcanic hotspot on the high grounds as well. I think that's a possibility too. But for the time being, looks like we don't even have a... Oh no, never mind. Iguanodon likes the ferns. So let's get them in there and let's take a look. Let's look a little closer. Terrific. Bunch of lush greenery to munch away on for sure. Could do another raptor forest. We could throw... How about let's get a 3 of a kind here and lock in another bonus. Alright, you bet. Now we're going to be able to continue to develop our sea plots on this side. In fact... if I can somehow get one more spot reduced in elevation. Although this isn't going to enable that, that's for sure. Alright, ferns. Let's get them. That's 10, 11, 12. Beautiful. I like just taking a step back in this game, right? We can turn this off. Looks nice so far. Let's get a 3 of a kind here. Iguanodon. That's a good bonus. Now, as far as our trees go, we can certainly add some more trees. I think that's what we have to do. But I've also got... like, I've got to install another mountain range. We got a lot of these raptors, and they're very much the key to meeting our score goals. In fact, we're almost to the harmony value that we need to be, 450. So that is going to give us our special feature once we get there. So I need 5 points. I mean, I think it's kind of a no-brainer. Actually, let's see what our land looks like. So this appears to be high ground. With a little bit of water. Okay, so this is actually our remaining, or missing, more like, sea tile. So I think it actually really does work quite well for us. So I love the idea of popping that one in right there. So now we have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I've actually got 13 now. Okay, so there was 2 there. So I could actually maybe put in 2 of these volcanic fissures. But 1 should definitely go right here. Got some good score from that. And how about this? We got a new dino. Apatosaurus. Okay, so the forest and the flowers. Doesn't look like we have the flower biome in the small map. Furthermore, we also have the Ankylosaurus, a familiar one. Absolutely. Yeah, you do get a big score bonus if you play those volcanic fissures correctly. So let's try to make sure we do that. I'd like a high ground, like a mountainous volcanic fissure. I've got a bunch of trees. So let's play these out, but first I think I should probably install a new mountain zone. I mean, I wonder if I could potentially, if we could do something like this. So 2 of these, I've got a bunch of these in my hand actually. But it tends to leave these weird outliers with the shape that it is, right? So I think it's probably best to use a combination of the triple and the 6. So something like this. So if I do the 6 right here, then the 3, and the 3, we can still install the forest. It'll keep the mountain range nice and compact, and will also give us enough a zone to add the volcanic fissure if we like, but of course we're going to need 1 more high ground then. I think it's the right idea. So I think what we can do is we can do this. We can raise this up. Then can I isolate this one? Looks like it has to be these 2. That's kind of a bummer because we have exactly 12, right? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Be nice to have 13. But that is, of course, the puzzle aspect of this game. Well, I think something that is a no-brainer is we have to add some more trees. So let's definitely do it. So we have to add 4 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we could throw in some ferns behind it. I don't dislike that idea. So let's do that, and then we can layer in some ferns behind it. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Gonna have a little bit of leftover space, it does appear. But if we do something like this, does work out. We have a little bit of wasted space, and it's definitely something that you want to avoid in this game, but it's going to help us get our volcanic fissure installed. In fact, we might be able to get 2 of them in there. But I'm going to go ferns back here then. Or maybe I bring up another one. It's not going to happen with this anymore. So let's go fern. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we got to do something. It's got to be like 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Because I want it isolating this forest, right? So 7, 8. Then it'll be 9, 10, 11, 12. We'll keep this spot right here. And probably connect this terrain. Yeah. So we can connect that on in and probably add another mountain range because we have the presence of high terrain. I think that's the way it's got to be. At least as it currently sits, right? It makes sense in my mind. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Alright, so we have 14 tiles here. We only need 12, so I could do 2 volcanic fissures, one here and here. So I think the answer on that is obviously yes. So boom. That's right. Nice point bonus there. Now we have our mountain volcanic fissure. Absolutely terrific. We'll see if our dinos like it or not. We've got a bunch of raptors still. Looks like this guy likes the ferns. So does the ankylosaurus. We only have 1 of each. I'm looking for more C. We get some more cards and 39 points. So I think obviously the raptor is the way. Shows us the way. Although the apatosaurus is a little less flexible in that we don't have access to the flowers, right? So we need to throw him in the forest. We have 1 open forest here. So I think the apatosaurus has to go right here. And let's get a look at the big man. Where's he at? In there somewhere. Immediate camouflage, perhaps. There he is. Kind of gave him a skinny little terrain to exist on, didn't we? We can definitely get our points. I mean, obviously we're going with the ammonite. And then for our raptors, I think... I mean, we have a budding mountain zone. I think we'll probably find ourselves making a lot more mountain zones. So let's go ahead and throw him right here. Boom. That's right, another raptor rock. And of course, we can get into exchanging as well. I've also got 7 removal cards. So keep that in mind too. Alright, so we got 10. It'll be 11, 12. We'll throw another volcanic fissure right here. Make nice little habitat for our raptor friends. Let's continue to develop this seafloor. So what do we have? 9, 10, 11, 12. I'm okay with a fissure right here. It's not the most ideal, but it's kind of what we have to do, I think. Either that or... what are we looking at? Could throw it right here as well. Let's throw it right here. I think it's going to be a little more scenic. So boom, there we go. Get another ammonite. That's right, get it. Okay, perfect. More fern gullies. You bet. Want to cut off these trees completely. So 8. Go 9, 10, 11, 12. And then we can lace in another forest. So let's see. High ground. I mean, I think lowering the terrain here is not the option. I think raising it probably is. I've also got to lace in another forest here, so let's see what the options are. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's see if we can play some dinos to get us across that threshold. Up to 740. Let's see. So you, Ankylosaurus. I've got a nice little zone for you, pal. You like ferns. Well, we got ferns, buddy. So get it. Boom. Oh yeah, the Ankylosaurus with the little heavy ball on the tail, right? Heavily armored dino. Definitely a cool dino. And I'm sitting on 12 trees. And I've got raptors. I mean, playing the 12 trees and then the raptor is probably the solution. But then we also get into the quandary of having to raise elevation as well. So the prehistoric zone really does throw a lot at you. I could also trade in some cards as well. If I get one more ammonite, we can get a 3 of a kind right here, right? How about this, though? Definitely take that. Very, very good bonus right there. And then I can throw another raptor right here. Get us across that threshold. We get some more terrain cards to play around with. And I'll also get another volcanic fissure, which is great. So we can drop that in right here. We only get one rock card? Really, man? Well, let's play it right there. We need one more yet. We have an ammonite. Can play that for another 3 of a kind bonus. I like Raptor Rock. It's nice looking. I like how they take the high ground. But this is, of course, where exchanging cards really comes in handy because now I've got 10 of these. Is this map going to warrant another C zone? Probably not, because you know, these guys are already high ground, right? I can't lower it, can I? I actually can. Interesting. But it probably just lowers it down to middle ground. Lowers 3 tiles. Small lower elevation. It remains to be seen. I suppose what I can do is I can always do the undo. Because I'd be curious to see what happens. Like, does it go all the way down to sea level or just down to middle level? You know what I mean? Because I know I can't raise it. So maybe I do have to add another little C back here. Looks like we're hurting for rocks anyways. I have 10 of these coral reefs. So, let's see. What happens if I do this? Maybe we should just stick with the small one for now. This. Yeah, it does. And then it doesn't let you, right? Definitely challenging. Challenging stuff. But we actually might be able to do something here. Let me just undo that for now. I have at least learned. I think we have to get another forest biome. Get it in nice and tight, right? Like 3, 6, 9. 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, or 10, 11, 12. And then we've got what? We have 9 more pieces of terrain to work with. It's definitely why you don't want to waste any hex at all. Like, you don't want to even waste one. I mean, I can get a full biome of trees in right now. So I think it's probably the move I have to make. $10, $11, $12. I wonder if I try to lower these quick. So if I bring this one down. Can I somehow like get these down as well? That's actually not terrible. Except for I do need one of these spots. For one additional tree. My little hang up here is like where am I gonna put the last tree? Because I have to find a way to get this down. And it doesn't let you single target. I can double target. Whoops, that is a raising elevation. So 3. Can we get one more out of this? Probably not. Yeah, it doesn't quite look like it, man. The puzzle aspect for sure. I mean, I'm looking at something like this. Either that or we have 3. Could build a mini biome here. We could add our last tree, which will give us 6 left over. We could add a little fern biome as well. A mini fern biome. And if I'm smart about it, maybe we can find a way to get a couple of mini biomes in here. We got trees cutting this off. Yeah, trees are just kind of like... definitely posing a challenge. So what I'll do is I'll do this. We'll go with this. So now we have another set of 12. I can go mini biome right here. Or we could also expand this just a little bit. So it has 6, I think. If we can make it work. Oh, so you can still use it. Even when it's red. Interesting. I thought if it toggles red, then it's not going to work. You know what I mean? So I learned something new for sure. Yeah, look at that. So now we can do a mini sea biome. I can at least get 2 of those ammonites. And we can go Fern Gully Right there. Okay, great. I mean, not perfect. Oh, actually, we forgot this one. Well, good thing we have removal carts. Alright, so let's undo. I can't just elevate this up. Guess not. Alright, well, I can certainly remove something. So I can remove this tree. It will wreck the... Unless we can work with the volcanic fissure a little bit, maybe. I've got two well-placed ones. This one's well-placed. This one's not perfect. But if I maybe remove this one. Oh, you can't remove the volcanic fissures. I see, okay. Well, we definitely got to get rid of this. And we got to get a fern installed. So we have the full 12, right? Non-negotiable. And then we need another tree in here as well. So the tree has to go right here. Now we just have like 2 stray ferns, which are certainly out of place. But with kind of like the dead spots that we're working with, right? Like that's a dead spot. Need one more stone. If I can get another volcanic fissure, we might be okay. I think you guys got to go here. Alright, nice. We get our stone. Boom. Let's get our raptor rock. We can play 2 of you ammonites in the sea there, and 1050 is the top score threshold, so we'll see if we can get there. Might be able to. Maybe. If I'm somehow able to... change out some things. Although we're all out of land mass, right? We'll get 30 more by filling up this forest with the raptor. $1046. Okay. So let's see. 1050. I need like 4 more points. And I'll be satisfied with this one. How can we get 4 points? If I could just build one more biome. Even mini biome. There's nothing happening right there. Although we could throw in this. That's 2 points. Okay. So we got 2 points. We're going to fall short by 2 points. If we elevate terrain. So if I take this off. And this off. And we elevate this. Okay, and then we do this, and this, boom, 1050. There we go. Got it done. Beautiful. I was a little concerned about that for a moment, but, you know, this is the giant and grand, but chill and relaxing puzzle that is Preserve. Now I have no more land to play. I could, switch out some cards, but I mean, every zone is occupied by a tile. I've got 12 removal cards remaining. I mean, we'd be looking at a big removal effort. This is dead space here along with this. So I really only have 3 extra tiles to work with. I mean, otherwise we're looking at all biomes at 12, right? I think we could have probably used the volcanic fissures a little bit better. But overall, I mean, this is kind of what we're looking at, I do think. So let's go ahead and flick this off. And let's see what we have created. A nice prehistoric island. And these rocks, they don't look too out of place, right? But we've created something quite aesthetically pleasing. Got the Ankylosaurus there, hanging out, munching on some ferns. We of course have Raptor Rock, everybody's favorite amusement. This is a nice warm zone for our cold-blooded friends. We even have some accepting habitat for ammonites. Good stuff. So excellent. So what I'm going to do here, my friends, is we're going to wave the flag and we're going to turn in our score. And it is going to unlock the medium map for us as well. So there we go. We got small bronze, small silver, and small gold. You save the natural diversity, which was absolutely our goal here today. And we did it. So now if we click back into the Jurassic biome, you will see that the medium becomes available now. So let's check out the features. Okay, so it has all of the animals. So we're going to be able to get 1 of a different kind, or 3 of a different kind, more like, which gives you more score, of course. So that's how you want to build the medium map for sure, is you don't want to fill it up with all animal in one biome. You want to have 3 different animals in the same biome. So definitely make sure you do that to maximize your score. You can see the gold threshold is 2,500. We have the last remaining biome here, the flower biome. Looks like we also have what appears to be some type of hatchery or something. And we also get our other adjacency bonus. It looks like a river of some sort. The wonder is still not available, but we do have the freedom to expand 10 times, whereas the small was simply just 6, right? So it's definitely a longer video. It's a more ambitious build. But if you want to see some more preserve here, if you want to see a Jurassic island of the medium variety, just let me know in the comment section below and I'd be happy to do it. Took me a while to learn the mechanics of the Jurassic island, but once we got going, things started to come together pretty well. But again, this game is a puzzle game and it's not an easy puzzle game at all. But it is one that I played early on in the life of the channel and the people really liked it. I saw that it released in full and had a new biome, so I was like, yeah, we're going to hop on in and we're going to see what the Jurassic biome is all about. So I sure hope you enjoyed. If you did, please smash the like button, and if you're new here, then please consider becoming a subscriber as well. We're playing all kinds of different games here. Preserve is simply just one of them. Now, if you like this game and you want to see what we've done previously, we went through, just to give you a little idea, we went through the continental biome. We did the small, medium, and large maps of the continental biome, right? Got the wonders, right? The objective wonders. So we messed around with those. We did the savanna biome as well, with the zebra and the giraffe, of course. Got the meerkats, flamingo. That's actually a really challenging one. You can see my score right there. Probably shouldn't do that for spoiler purposes. We also did the marine biome as well. The marine biome super cool. You can get like big whales and the like. So if you want to check those out, I will link that playlist in the pinned comment below. And let me know if you want me to do Jurassic biome medium. I'd be happy to. So I'm gonna get on out of here, my friends, but thanks again so much for spending some time here today, and I'll be catching you in the next video. Thanks a lot.